Hi, my name is Lauren Bari, and this is the makeup quiz for quiz number 6 in Calc 1000. Okay, so here's the board, and the question is on the integral it's 0 to pi, x sine of 2x dx. Okay, I'm going to move this closer. And so first we're going to see what our u is and what our v is, because this is integration by parts. So our u equals sine 2x, and our du would be the derivative of that. So cosine of 2x times 2 dx. And our v, or our dv first, because we do that one first, is ex dx, and our v equals e to the x. And with that information, we can do our first integral. Excuse me. And it is, right, the integral of e to the x sine 2x dx equals e to the x sine 2x minus, I hope I can fit this all, e to the x times 2 cosine 2x dx. Okay. And our next line is, and this is just coming from the formula, u dv equals uv minus integral v du. And so our next part is going to be e to the x sine 2x dx equals e to the x sine 2x minus 2, because we're taking the 2 out from this, the integral e to the x cosine 2x dx. And now we're going to integrate by parts again, because this, we still can't take the integral from this part. So our u in this one is going to be u equals cosine 2x. So our du is going to be negative sine 2x times 2 dx. Oh, you can't see that? Okay. And then, where was I? My dv equals e to the x dx again, and our v equals e to the x. Okay, and with this information, this u, du, dv, v, we're going to do another integral. And so now this one looks like e to the x cosine 2x dx equals e to the x cosine 2x minus e to the x negative 2 sine 2x dx. And now again we'll come with our next line, which is e to the x cosine 2x dx equals e to the x cosine 2x, ooh, that is a bad 2, 2x plus 2, because we're taking the 2 out from in front of that sign and the negative sign, which makes a plus. Integral ex sine 2x dx. And so from there, we have to use we have to substitute back into this side in order to get our answer. So this is a lot of work for this problem. So now, this integral, e to the x sine 2x dx equals e to the x sine of 2x minus 2. And now how am I going to do this? Alright, so I'm going to put this on this next line because I have a small board. This is going to be minus 2 e to the x cosine of 2x plus 2 e to the x sine of 2x dx. Okay. And now, our next line, hopefully I can fit all in one line, is e to the x sine of 2x dx, which is the same as before, equals e to the x sine of 2x minus 2 e to the x cosine of 2x, alright, I'm going to have to put on another line, minus 4 integral e to the x sine 2x dx. Okay, and the reason why 4 came because we multiplied this 2 with this negative 2. And so now we're using the equation for an I. So we're making this, or no, we're taking this equation and setting it equal to a variable. So we can work better because this line is the same as this line. Okay, so I've set ex sine 2x dx to an unknown variable. And so w equals e to the x sine 2x minus 2 e to the x cosine 2x minus 4 w. And we're solving for w here. And so now I have w plus 4w equals e to the x sine 2x minus 2 e to the x cosine 2x. 5w equals e to the x sine of 2x minus 2 e to the x cosine of 2x. W equals 1 over 5 e to the x sine of 2x minus 2 over 5. I'm just taking this coefficient and put it over our other 2. And put it underneath our other 2. E to the x cosine of 2x. And now on the integral from 0 to pi, because that was our initial problem, we were looking at this equation and integrated it on the interval from 0 to pi. E to the x sine of 2x dx equals 1/5 e to the x sine 2x minus, I gotta go to another row again, 2, move it down, minus 2/5 e to the x cosine of 2x, and it evaluated from 0 to pi. Okay, so now that we have gotten everything we need and we're putting it into our integral, we're going to expand it into, okay, equals 1/5 e to the pi sine of 2 pi minus 2/5 e pi cosine 2 pi minus, next line, 1/5 e to the 0 sine 0 minus 2/5 e to the 0 cosine 0. And that would be equals 1/5 e to the pi 0 minus 2/5 e to the pi 1 minus 1/5 times 0 plus 2/5 times 1, just plugging everything in and solving for it, so this equals 0 minus 2/5 e pi minus 0 plus 2/5, because minus 0 plus 2/5, yeah, equals, would that be that, negative 2/5 e pi plus 2/5, and that would be 0. Now we have to solve again for e to the x sine 2x dx, one more time, equals 2/5 1 minus e pi. And so our answer, our final answer, ends up being 2/5 1 minus e pi.